everyone, welcome back to The Real Villain with Nikki.
And Emmy.
Yes, this week we got something special for y'all, okay? We're switching things up a little bit. Usually we do show reviews, movie reviews, etc. Today, fuck all that. We are discussing Kendrick versus Drake because ain't nothing else happening bigger than this. Diddy posted some, shh, Diddy, we're not talking to you right now. Joe Santana said some, shh, we're not talking to you right now.
None of y'all.
None of y'all.
I just want to say, disclaimer, just so y'all know, by the time y'all watch this video, we're recording this on Saturday, May 4th at 10 p.m.
Yeah.
So Kendrick literally just dropped, like 2 hours ago, he just dropped another
one.
Okay? So just by the time you watch this, maybe something else would have come out, because the way it's been coming out.
Listen, I don't know. Maybe Drake has, I don't know. Okay, we're going to take y'all to the beginning real quick. We're going to give a little summary, then we're going to talk about our thoughts. First of all, this whole shit started happening. Apparently there was some subs being thrown Kendrick's way. I don't know. I didn't go that deep into it. But officially on Future and Metro Boomin's latest album, they have 2 albums, but the first of the 2 albums, Kendrick is on a track called Like That. On that track, they take some shots at Drake. Kendrick most prominently says that there's no big three, meaning what J. Cole alluded to in first-person shooter mode. There's no big three, it's just big him. And basically took some shots about For All the Dogs, and he was talking about Drake and on the album, and nigga bow, whatever Kendrick was saying on that track. And, everybody was like, oh my God, Kendrick, he just, he just went at them. And then J. Cole got a little in his feelings too, right? J. Cole was like,
for 2 seconds.
For 2 seconds, J. Cole was like, oh shit, they talk about me. And first person shooter was, his first number one. And a lot of these niggas get their first number ones from Drake, but whatever. So J. Cole maybe felt a little territorial, maybe he felt a little bit of friendship, and he was like, you know what? Cool. He drops an album, might delete later. Last track on the album, 7-minute drill. Your first shit was trash. Third shit was classic. Who the fuck cares? I don't know. He said some shit nobody remembers because it was not great. And then he took direct shots, went on stage a smooth 48 hours later, and recanted everything. Apologized.
Which some say you can't do that in a rap beef. You just don't apologize. And some people say, well, maybe that shows, growth, and he wasn't trying to do that, and he got, his emotions took
it's
over.
Hip-hop. They said he was losing sleep at night, and Drake did say, that's Cole losing sleep at night, not me. He said on one of the tracks. There's so many tracks now, I don't even know which track was what was said. That's what's happening. However, he recanted that. He said he was having trouble sleeping. All this, in that time, Drake hasn't responded yet. Finally, Drake's like, oh, all right, give you niggas a morsel, because Drake was trying to pull the same thing he did with Meek. In the beginning it was like, I don't really care. He dropped Charged Up. It was like, oh, like, I don't care. And then he hit him with Back to Back, which was the actual diss record. He was trying to be like, these, they wildin'. But he gave a little soft shot with Push-Ups. People liked Push-Ups. Push-Ups is a nice song. You know what I mean? What is he saying on Push-Ups? I'll see if I could pull up some lyrics that were maybe interesting. Your last one bricked. You're really not on shit. The Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, a lot of people didn't like. I know this. I liked it.
I liked it too.
However, I will say, is there a lot of replay value? Well, but here, so we're gonna give in our thoughts, but I just want to keep going into lyrics. So he also says, you ain't in no big three. SZA got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down. Like your label boy, you in the scope right now. Oof.
Wow.
Well, here is taking shots on the, he called him, he has a size 7 men's on. That was a line that people were talking about. He told Metro to shut his whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Which, it's just funny. Like, Metro is a producer, so what else is he supposed to do? But it's just a funny line. It's, it's rap beef, whatever. Then Kendrick drops Euphoria. Again, I don't know timeline. I don't know when this, I feel Euphoria was like, now I feel like it's been decades ago, because so many times that happens, right?
Things are dropped.
Euphoria had, Drake did tell him on we forgot Taylor Made. It was only dropped on Instagram. Drake had to remove it because
of the use of the Tupac's voice through AI, which wasn't, I guess, cleared with the
and I think Snoop as well
beforehand. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think.
Or I don't know Snoop suit,
But pretty much. Also, this is something that we're gonna see, I guess, more often is like the use of somebody's, likeness using AI and how people are gonna get sued or not while doing that. We just saw that, so
for sure. So yeah, so he did TaylorMade, and on TaylorMade he had like West Coast icons telling Kendrick, "Yo, where you at? We need you. It looks like you're hiding."
Which is wild.
It was disrespectful.
It's disrespectful.
It was disrespectful.
It is disrespectful.
It was like definitely like, wow, you're
right.
Drake, you're asking for it now. You're asking for it. And he at the end he told him, he's like, yo, Kendrick better have a fucking quadruple entendre on this shit. Like, I'm talking about witty shit. Like, you better and Kendrick said, bet.
Oh no, Kendrick really said, okay, like you trying to play?
No
you
problem.
You want
entendres.
You want to play?
You want wittiness.
Okay. He said, okay.
Okay. So, okay. Euphoria. Drake is a EP on the show Euphoria, so you know. Then, he ends the first verse is like, but don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell no truth about you. Okay. And
somebody said,
go ahead.
Somebody said, don't bother quiet people. Somebody said,
I agree.
Just don't.
The quiet ones, leave them alone, and honestly, in my opinion, the short ones too, because every very short person I know in my life, the temper be short as well. That's my observation. That's it. Okay, so he says, his daddy a killer.
Have you ever played? He plays a lot on this. Have you ever played? Have you ever walked your enemy down like with a poker face? I mean, Kendrick is good with his. Listen,
somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pat turn in his grave.
It's like, I mean, Drake was literally asking for it without. Like,
what is it, the braids? When he said when he yelled, "What is it, the braids?" I was like,
he said, "I hurt your feelings. You don't want to work with me no more."
My goodness.
Listen.
And he said it's 3 goats left, and I seen 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. So basically, he's one. And Cole and Drake, y'all not even in this because he's talking about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Those are the 3 goats. Because so y'all not even in the conversation. Kendrick said, like, who are y'all to him? I love him to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. And then in 8 bars he talks about how, like, he prayed for his real friends. If not, he's YNW Melly, who's been convicted of killing 2 of his friends. So very threatening here, Kendrick. Again, in my head, I'm listening to this, I'm having fun, but Kendrick is not threatening to me. If I'm Drake, I'm sitting there like, bro.
But also, Kendrick really said, I'm the biggest hater. And he was like, I hate the way you
walk.
I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you dress. I mean, a lot of people hated the way Drake dresses. Listen. Hey.
Listen, I remember last year when he came to Montreal for his tour. And I remember seeing what he was wearing on stage. And one of our friends went. Yeah. And I was asking, I was like, girl, what was he wearing? And she was like, I didn't think it was that bad. And I had looked at her a little differently. Because I'm like, he's wearing a bulletproof vest? Like, what is he wearing? Like,
nobody knows what he wears. Nobody knows.
How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough?
But also, there's been a lot of debates on this particular thing online because there's been discussion as like, what is it to be black enough? Is it because he's mixed and he's not black enough? Is it because, like, a lot of, and then some people were saying not every skin folk is skin folk. No, wait. Am I saying this properly?
Not all
skin folk is skin folk.
Yeah.
Okay. So then people were saying, yeah, he may be black, but it's not, So I'm just like, I just want to have your opinion on this because I was just finding this debate, especially the debate online on this thing was pretty intense.
I thought it was more like not that he thinks this, more that Drake doesn't feel black enough. Like he constantly is trying to, he has an insecurity about this. I think it's like, it's almost like a pacifying line. It's like, yo, chill, you're black, bro. Like, you're half black. It's cool. Like, you don't have to keep proving it. Like, I think that's more what it was. I don't think it was like, oh, he's not one of us. But then I digress because he did tell him not to say nigga no more. And Kendrick says in the song, it's like, it's not really that deep. It's just me. Like, I don't like when you say it. Like, it sounds weird to me. And there's no explanation. I just don't like it. So at least he was honest about that. And me, I've never felt no way when Drake says nigga. I don't care.
I mean,
but
listen.
it seems on this track, Euphoria, it let me know immediately. Kendrick hates this nigga. Like he does not like him.
And you could also tell that this wasn't a "I'm done" record.
Oh,
you
no,
could
no,
tell.
no.
You could tell something else was coming. We just didn't know it was that many. We just didn't know it was gonna be.
Because he says back to back. I like that record.
Yeah, he did.
So basically, it was like, I might get back to that. He said, okay, and then he literally did it. And then the highlight of this song to me, because some people think it's the end where he says, "We don't want to hear you say nigga no more." That's not my highlight. That was funny, but my highlight is him talking in the Toronto accent, Crody. Yo, tell me your cheese and fam.
Yo,
like,
fam.
Yo, fam. I was like, what? Kendrick lost it. I was like, I heard that. I was like, yo, my brother texted me. He's like, yo, because my brother's this whole time, he's like, he's not a big Drake fan, but he's like, yo, on this, I gotta be Team Canada, bro. Like, I'm like, okay, but he's like, Kendrick went off. And I was like,
Because it did mention, even before doing that, early in the track, it does mention Drake and his multiple accents, and I was like, yeah.
And then he does it, and he mentioned a restaurant in Toronto called where is it, New Ho King, I believe.
Yeah, and they've had a lot of people go there, and the owner was so happy. Listen, it's like when Beyonce mentioned Red Lobster, and they all flocked to Red Lobster.
Levi's jeans recently on the new album, Levi's jeans stock just went up 20%. Yeah, I keep mentioning my
If I was companies, I would literally ring artists and be like, how much money should I give you for you to drop my name?
For sure.
And that should be the thing.
If I'm Levi or if I'm it called, Red Lobster, I'm sending a check expeditiously. I'm just sending it because
new menu item. Listen.
Hot sauce in her bag.
Exactly.
Swag. Okay. Then he didn't waste no time. Tuesday morning, everybody's peaceful. I'm at peace.
I was so happy when I saw this. I was like,
nigga went back to back. Kendrick said, and all this time, Drake has only, he hasn't had time to recover. He's been popped out. Like, the writers are flailing. He's flailing.
I know right now at this moment, they're like, yo, this is not good enough. Right? This again.
Trash. Basura.
I know they're like, oh my God.
Like, yo, he didn't even have a chance to recover. All he had time to do was post a little movie clip of like, you hate me, but you don't really hate me like you actually love me. The Julia Stiles clip, I think. And then Kendrick comes back with 616 in LA. 616 had many metaphors. It's the date of Father's Day. It's somebody else's birthday. I don't know. It's like
he talked about academics, and I was like, I
don't know. And it had the Maybach gloves on the cover, which comes back into play later. What did he say in this one? It's so many. Like
he talked about a lot of things. A lot of things. I'm trying to like.
Somebody's line. I can see the vibes on AK. Yeah. Even he looking compromised. And AK did mention that he's like, yo, how am I compromised? AK,
you're biased.
I'm just saying he's a bit.
He is biased.
Have you ever thought that OVO is working for me? And that was the whole revelation on this track because people were like, what? Yeah. Drake has a mole. What's happening?
Yeah.
What's happening?
A little bit later, he's like, no, you can't sleep because these images trouble you. The wires in your circle should puzzle you. And I was like,
facts because of the sleeping issues, right?
Exactly. And he really, really said, he just said Drake is not street smart because you would know that your entourage is literally hustling you for money. Like, they're just here for money. Which I'm sure Drake knows. I mean, come on. People that make this much money have to know that more than half the people around them are only there for the money. They wouldn't be there for their character or their person. Like,
sure.
I feel like people should know that. I hope they do.
You say you can't Tuesday slide up out of this one. It's just going to resurface. Damn. And y'all remember that song during the pandemic. We couldn't get away from it. We were sitting at home. Just saying. Now, finally, that same night, Drake said, okay, enough is enough. He's got a theme ready. Man has a music video ready. Family Matters drops, okay? This is in response to Euphoria 660. And it starts with, you hear Drake's mother's voice saying, maybe in this song you shouldn't start by saying, and then it cuts off, nigga, I said. Because I knew he was going to start off by
no, because he was like,
nigga. Because, like, what do you mean? I gotta say nigga.
That's actually what I want to say.
Like, what? And then he says he's emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. You mentioned my seed, now deal with his dad.
I need men to stop referring to their children or their,
As their
sperm
seed?
as seed. Like, come on. I just need that to stop.
So he says, he calls Kendrick a civilian. He says that people, YG really bangs, Chuck T, even CB. Chris Brown does have blood affiliations, from what I hear. I don't know, allegedly. And he said, and nigga, Cole losing sleep on this. It ain't me. So he's like, basically, he's trying to say like he's been chill throughout. I believe Drake has been having some sleepless nights over this, in my opinion. But of course it's a diss, so he can't say that. So a line that stood out for people, always rapping like you about to get the slaves freed.
And again, I feel a way about that, but I guess we won't get too deep into that.
We can talk
It's not
about
because it's Kendrick. It's really just
you just acting like an activist. It's make believe.
okay. Here's the thing, right? I just feel a way about this, generally speaking, not just like in a Drake versus Kendrick thing. Because this is framed in a way that it's like this is a bad thing, but it's like this is a thing that was actually. Anyways,
I don't agree.
I'm not gonna go too deep. That's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna go too deep into it.
No, but I want to explain like what we talked about.
It's just basically, I don't specifically like this, and like people would after this, I saw online a lot of people discussing what Drake versus Kendrick have done, each for the Black community and whatever, and I was just like, wow, this is as deep as we're getting of what you've done for the community. What have these people done for the Black community, really? I'm asking.
Well, damn, that is deep, so I'm not going to get that deep.
That's why I said I don't necessarily want to, go and get right into it, but it's just like, yeah.
But what I will say is my take on that line was, he's rapping like you're about to get the slaves freed is his tone of rapping. He's always rapping like he's in a slave movie, like, and we've talked about sometimes, the trauma porn of these films, and he's always like we're always in a struggle when Kendrick is rapping, and it's kind of like when we talk about Jonathan Majors always dressing like he works for the Underground Railroad, like it's kind of like that. Like I didn't take it as like what, like slavery is funny. It's just why are you rapping like that? Like it's just like are you good? Like are you okay? Annie, Kendrick, are you okay? I'm just. That was my take on that line. And then he goes into more onto his whole. He goes on his what do you call it? What's that man?
What?
You know that? Oh my god.
The
Farrakhan. He goes on his Farrakhan because he says, "I've been with black and white and everything that's in between. How you the black messiah wifing up a mixed queen?"
And listen, there's on top of that, it's funny that everything is happening now because there's literally been conversation of this with what's his name, Dr. Umar, recently that was seen with a white lady, and he was like,
Umar is who
Dr. Umar, and he was like, that is not. He was like, hey, she was a girl working at the mall or whatever.
Yes, I remember.
It's just funny.
He was like, no, I was just getting some information. I'm like, you was playing in Buddyland, but anyway, so
what? But here's the thing, and it's like. You're saying this, and
how are you calling her a mixed queen?
And I'm like, you mixed too. And that's also some of the things that I'm like, the U.S. has this one drop rule where, like, I guess if there's black in you, then you're black. But
it's not. It was imposed.
It was imposed, but it's
yeah.
literally like Kendrick is going like basically telling Drake like either telling him you're not black enough or saying like maybe like you're black enough and you're fine, and then Drake is just like, yeah, but your girl is mixed, but you're mixed too. It's just weird.
But I think it's because he's
saying, just weird to me.
And and again, I'm gonna I'm gonna say here a little bit. So me, I'm trying a lot to be unbiased because I like both guys, and I think both are talented in their own right. They do different things, in my opinion. I mean, it's a little biased to Kendrick, I think.
I like Kendrick better musically speaking. Yeah. But listen, if somebody tells you I don't listen to Drake, that's a lie. Because that's a lie.
No,
because that would be a lie.
We all have to listen to Drake. We
bob to Drake. I'm going to be singing the things. So it's just... But in this context, it's not even biased against anyone. I'm just saying this doesn't make sense.
I'm giving a disclaimer so nobody, like, oh, you're diggity, whatever. So...
and also when I say y'all, people on the internet needs to stop being so black and white all the time. There's nuance in life, okay? And this is great issues that we have in the world.
So some more notable things. He says, why you never hold your son and tell him to say cheese. We could have left the kids out of this. Don't blame me. So, yes, Kendrick mentioned Adonis first. So I'll say that is.
I also agree with leaving kids out of things. That could be nice.
Yes,
that's preferable. And because they're. Why are you bringing? How old is Adonis?
6 or something.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like the little boy with his mom, or I don't know, is just living his life. You know, like
I thought it was distasteful, and now we're too deep into it. The kids are in it. They're just in it. He says your baby mama's captions always screaming "save
and
me."
You did say you checked the caption,
and I had to go look at Whitney's page. And I was like, "Girl, okay, I didn't know this, but these people are doing their research. I don't know." He's alluding that one of Kendrick's kids might be his manager's Dave Freeze. Sure, I don't know about that. All of these allegations are wild. I just want to say we have no confirmation about anything happening here. People online saying the little boy do look like Dave Freeze. I'm like, yeah, y'all just be saying anything. Listen. Like, okay. And then he basically it's like 3 beat drops in this song. Then he takes shots at Future. He takes shots at ASAP. He doesn't only focus on Kendrick. He takes shots at Rick,
which is what he should have done. I feel like he should have, get enough material on. If we're the beef and it's me versus you, I'm getting enough material on you. I may include another person just if there's context and like things, but like nah, just focus. Stay focused.
Yeah, your boy Drizzy, bro. Oh my God, Aubrey. He took a shot at ASAP that was acid. That was cold blooded. Said that he was probably, since like I guess ASAP said he fucked Drake's baby mama before him, and he's like, yeah, but Drake's like, but do the math. Who do you think I was fucking at that time? And the implication is Riri. But hey.
Also,
y'all need to stop fighting for women.
That's what listen.
Because all these women are just like, how do I get into it? I'm just throwing my free pussy around. And it's fine.
It's like, but who cares who you fucked?
They care. Men really care.
They really care. Y'all really need therapy. Y'all really need therapy. They really
be fighting over like
what is it?
I fucked her first. I had her first.
I fucked her first. Okay,
great. Drake, what's his name? Ray J had that whole song. I hit her.
Yeah, he did. He really did. And I was like, sir, you didn't need to do that.
She done hit many niggas.
Listen, I just don't.
Anyways, and then he says one of the lines I thought was funny. Proposed in 2015, but don't want to make her your actual wife. I'm guessing this wedding ain't happening, right?
Somebody needs to tell Drake he's still getting married, and we still haven't seen, long-term girlfriend. So
that is true.
And this is not me being biased. I'm just saying. Somebody needs to tell him this. But also, that's a long time to be engaged. How long did you say? What is it?
2015. That's 9 years.
We're 2020. Ooh, yeah.
I
don't even be about marriage like that, but yeah, it's
a long engagement. If she like it, I love it. He starts part 3 with a line. Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now. I just thought that was funny. And then he says, where's your uncle at? Because I want to talk to the man at the house. And we know Kendrick told us that his auntie is a man now. So that's his uncle, I guess. I thought that was a little funny. Drake was getting his little comedian, but short-lived.
Yeah, I feel like it wasn't powerful enough for what Kendrick dropped after.
Not even, it wasn't powerful enough for Euphoria. It wasn't powerful, and this is not me glazing.
Kendrick came to, I'm going to say this in French because I probably won't be able to pronounce. He came to annihilate.
Annihilate is correct.
He came to annihilate. En français, on dit Kendrick est venu en découdre. Okay? Oh. Kendrick est venu pour abattre. And all the people that understand French, they know that he didn't come to fight. Kendrick came to say,
sérieux, bro.
He's like, you wanted to do this? Alright, let's do this.
He said, got you. But the thing is,
we're having a Scorpio versus Gemini. For me, it's beautiful. Listen, this is the most hated signs on the internet also, by the way. Fact. So y'all are witnessing something that's very interesting. I mean, it's not just a sun sign, but I was just,
So my thing with it was like, I don't even think, listening to Family Matters, the song is, it's Bob's, he in the video, he has hidden messages, he has the divorce cake, he has the engagement ring, he's smashing the good kid message. Like, you tried, Drake, you did your very bestest, but it wasn't even hard enough for Euphoria. And he dropped two, like, he did Euphoria, he did 616 in LA. I felt like Euphoria, in my opinion, like, bars-wise, it just because Euphoria was more like, I just hate you. Like, I hate the way that you walk.
Euphoria was really like, I don't like
you dress.
just,
like, I don't like you. And it's just, it's not just me, it's what the culture feeling. Like,
but let me, like, can I just explain how I received Meet the Grams?
Tell us how you heard about Meet the Grams.
So, I wake up.
Oh, you saw it in the morning.
I wake up. Yeah, because I listen, I was doing other,
it's okay.
Life.
It's life.
I wake up, and I'm like, Kendrick dropped last night. Let me just, let me just.
Oh, you listened to his before Drake's, I guess.
No, I listened to Drake's before.
Oh, okay, you before you in the night.
Yeah.
So and then you woke up to Kendrick.
Yeah, woke up to Kendrick. So I'm like, you know what? Because people were like, yo, Kendrick cooked, and my people. I have some people that are like Drake people, and some people are like Kendrick. Well, you know what? Let me go listen. I listen. And this was me, so I listen. I just woke up. Again, I just woke up. I'm in bed. I open my eyes. I listen to this, and I'm like, hold on. Let me go and listen again. And I went on Genius.
No, you heard Dear Adonis. You said,
I was
Tiffany,
just like,
Tiffany.
Hold on. So I went back and listened to it with Genius on. And I was like, these people from Genius working. They working overnight.
The Genius staff is like...
They're just like, again. They're like, when is he gonna stop? Listen, guys, I was so flabbergasted. My flabber was gasted. I was just like, I'm in bed, but I'm gonna do a story on my Instagram because this needs to be talked about today. Like, now. I need to talk about it now. I need people to understand what Kendrick said in this song, and everybody's stuck on the 11-year-old daughter that Drake supposedly has that we're gonna get into later. But verse 2 is the most violent thing I've heard in a long time. I'm just saying. So that's my intro. That's it. No, because
within 30 minutes of Family Matters dropping, now this was alluding to there being a mole in Drake's camp, because it's like the song Meet the Grams fit the theme too perfectly to Family Matters, right? Like it's perfect. It's like a sitcom theme type thing. Yeah. So it was like, damn, like, and he's addressing things directly. So clearly he had heard Family Matters before it dropped.
He went per person of the family. He went per family member.
This is the most psychologically damning thing I have heard. This man started with, Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest. It takes a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive.
And he said,
I look at him and wish your grandpa would have wore a condom.
And you're a good kid that needs good leadership, let me be your mentor since your daddy don't teach you shit. What?
Because Drake don't know nothing about that. He don't know nothing about that. Like, oh my gosh. And he doesn't just go at Adonis, and he tells Adonis that when he's 18 he'll understand, which is hilarious.
He did. He said, don't cut them corners like your daddy did. Fuck what Ozempic did. What?
Me, the most disrespectful, I even, like, because he talked about Adonis before. Me, I was not expecting to hear Dear Sandra.
But I'm telling you, verse 2 is verse 2 for me is the core of that song.
He's talking about his mama. He said, your son got some habits.
And this okay, y'all, I need y'all to be in tune with what's happening in the industry right now and the shit that people have been talking about online. Because this verse for me is that.
Dear Dennis, you gave birth to a master manipulator. Even using you to prove who he is a huge favor. I think you should ask for more paper and more paper. That part was funny.
It was funny. But like, the Sandra, sit down. What I'm about to say is heavy. Now listen. Because you know when you deliver news to somebody and it's heavy, they really need to
take a seat.
So
your son is out here just wilding.
Basically.
Your son's a sick man with sick thoughts.
And you really think I think niggas like him should die. When he said die, I was like, okay, Kendrick,
him and Weinstein should get fucked up in a cell for the rest of their life.
And associating the two together is insane. It's insane. First of all, it's insane.
And also, I just picture this, like, what if somebody goes and plays this for Sandra? Like, because I don't trust Drake's team now. I can see somebody that's yo, Mama Aubrey, listen, got some new fire for you, and just playing that shit just on some hater shit.
That would be foul.
I can see.
You don't go to people's moms. That would be foul. I know they don't have no code, but that would be foul.
I think I could see Sandra's face just drop. First of all, I know Dennis heard it. Because Dennis be with the shits. Dennis out here, damn. He probably hit him up like, yo, son, what the fuck you do that?
You got to respond to that? you gonna respond tomorrow or what? No, but it's like, and then from there, it just gets worse. It's like, he hates black women, hypersexualizes them, he grew facial hair. I mean, this one is okay, whatever. He got a beard. But now it's like, he got sex offenders on OVO, on whole VO.
And named the niggas.
He named them.
That in the
next one? That's in the next one.
Okay.
That he keeps on a monthly allowance, talking about why do you have children around these people. It's just, and now it just gets deeper and deeper into that kind of vibe, because he's saying basically Drake is a predator. It's like, fuck this rap battle. At this point, it's not a rap battle no more. It's like, now I'm just coming for you. And it's like, I've been in this industry 12 years. I'm gonna tell y'all one little secret. It's some weird shit going on, and some of these artists be here to police it. And this is things that a lot of people in the industry that have been trying to whistleblow have been saying for years, that there's things going on and people are really trying to, like,
it's coming out right now.
And it's coming out.
It's coming out.
So like, when, for me, that's why I'm saying, for me, that verse was the most powerful, because it's like, these accusations are on some crazy level. I mean, basically, even said the embassy about to get raided too.
And
it's
that's
only a matter of
time.
time.
That's what Drake calls his house in Toronto, the embassy.
Yeah, Didi's houses were just raided.
For
we know what for. So I'm just saying, these are pretty strong allegations. And now that, I'm not saying this is true, I'm just saying that now that the justice system is using songs against people, well,
yeah.
Anyways.
So he also in this song claims that Drake has an 11-year-old daughter that he's been denying, hiding, whatever. He takes some more direct shots at it. It was just disrespectful. Now, the first thing after this track dropped, Drake goes and he posts a little story. He said, bruh, like, cause that's the only thing he felt like addressing, not the pedophilia. He said, oh, so if I got a daughter, where she at? Bring her to me. Like, yo, these niggas are in shambles or something. That he said. I still hear the Toronto accent, even through the screen. I hear it. These niggas are in shambles, dog. I can. Fam, crony. Anyways, Drake has not had a chance to recover yet, guys. I hope you guys have. We have gone Family Matters to boom to Meet the Grams within 30 minutes. Then we go bow to Not Like Us today.
And we discussed, literally this morning, I was just like, we need to talk about this. It's just like, yes. By the time we got here to record,
new one.
Kendrick had dropped something.
Kendrick is not done. Kendrick is, how? I'll get into this one, and then right after I'll tell you guys what I think is about to happen.
Okay.
Okay. So this one is a bop. So Kendrick said, oh, so I can't do disses that played in the club? Oh, I can't. And Not Like Us, you know, it gets you around.
It's a little,
it has the beat is fire.
It is.
Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not never ever go to cell block 1. 20 bitch that talk to him and they love. Just make sure you hide your little sister from him. I heard that. I heard it. Did y'all hear it? I caught it.
It's literally, it's like at some point, I need y'all to catch.
And he said, so he basically calls out Chubbs. He calls out, I think, Baca from OVO. Who else did he call out? I don't know.
He said, no, but also the line certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. Bro.
So, you know, he just fucked on another allegation, fucked on Wayne Girl while he was in jail. That's conniving. I said, tell me what's really going on. Like, this is, what? Because y'all remember when Wayne went to jail, and I remember Drake, that song that he did right before, and he was like, Wayne was like, you gotta hold it down. So I'm like, maybe Drake took it, like, to heart. Maybe he was like, okay, like, I have to also provide dick to your girl. I don't know.
I have to also provide.
Like, I'm a provider, you know, like,
I can do that service too.
You know?
This is it. I could do it too.
I don't know if that's true. But again, we're in a beef, so right now we're just saying we're throwing shit to the wall.
True. But some of these things, I'm like, I know beefs are beefs, but some of these things I was just like, wow, we're bringing this to different levels. Like, I was like, okay.
Well, the abuse that Drake is alleging is very intense for me. And again, I made a slight joke about it because of Whitney's captions, but it's not really a joke. Like, if she is abused, this is
Somebody
not the way to publicize. Like, this is not like, it's just, but it's fucked up because it's like,
it's not the way. Don't publicize just because she is the victim. And
no,
like,
for sure.
If it's the case again.
But we're just in a fucked up place right now because there's kids that have been mentioned, there's parents that have been mentioned, there's wives that have been mentioned.
But it's literally
none of it is respectful anymore.
The things that have been mentioned, like you said, are insane. It's literally Drake saying you beat your wife, and Kendrick is saying you're a pedophile, and you have people around you that also are sexual offenders, and you're literally facilitating it. That's what he's saying. We have it.
But Kendrick, my thing is Kendrick cannot get on his soapbox for that when he has defended R. Kelly, when he has had offenders on his last album. Like I said earlier, these niggas is niggas, and both y'all are just like, you're having a nigga off. Like, I'm sorry,
no, that's what literally.
It's just the fact that, okay, fuck it. I'm just gonna get to it.
Yeah, go.
Kendrick, I don't care what y'all say. Objectively, is the better rapper.
You know,
Drake,
gonna be in the comments.
That's their problem.
Okay.
Drake cannot out-rap Kendrick Lamar.
Never.
Now, Drake can't, and hear me, I didn't say Drake can't rap. That's not what I said.
She didn't say that.
Because Drake can. And he's a very talented rapper. But Kendrick is... We saw the decimation. Y'all not going to go line for line and look at these diss tracks and you're not going to tell me Drake was not decimated. On rap.
Burnt to the ground. Like, it... Bro.
And he tried. And he gave cute little things. And I chuckled. Go sit your ass and make some drums funny. I chuckled. But y'all know nothing about that. Come on. Kendrick said, Crony, who are you
And Kendrick
with?
really said, I think there's a line, I don't know which song, but he really said, there's a moment where he's like, are you basically saying, so you're ready to go? Like, I think it was like the second thing that Kendrick dropped, and that's when I was like, oh, this man is not. I don't believe Kendrick is done. I believe Kendrick is still in the studio right now.
He can keep going. And Drake, here's what I think is going to happen. Drake is going to drop something that's going to be incredibly fire. Next one, because I don't think Drake has pushed the red button yet. He alluded to it in his stories. He hasn't pushed the button. He's gonna drop something that's gonna be like, okay, like, because we often underestimate Drake, and sometimes he comes back and he surprises.
He doesn't have a choice but to
like on all his timestamp songs. People are like, oh, this nigga can rap. Like, you know. However, once he drops that one, once he's gotten his out, Kendrick will kill him.
Like, decimate.
Like he will murder him.
I know the Drake fans are Drake fans, and they will forever say that Kendrick is trying to revive his career and trying to live off of this, that. You can say whatever you want. Let's be honest. Lyrically speaking, this man can write, bro.
Drake,
and he's not petty. And I think the level of, not just petty, but the level of hate that Kendrick seems to have. I feel like when you have that level of hate, you can just spool. You can spool things and just go for it. I don't know why he has hate that much. I think Drake is playing the sport and he's getting mad, but I don't think he hates him like that.
No, because Drake, here's the thing. The industry people, niggas, they have an excuse to hate Drake because for them, other than maybe only Tory, I think is the only other Canadian rapper I can think of in the game currently, and he's been, ejected, excuse me, out of the game. It's only Drake, and Drake has been in that top spot for a while.
Long time.
For a good while. Since he's gone. I mean, you talking about the motto, you're talking about worst behavior, you're talking about, like, this man has been hit after hit after hit after hit after hit after hit, and people have been eating it, gobbling.
Undeniable. I mean, we can't. People compare Drake's career. People like Drake is the Jay-Z of our time.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, and
that's just what it is.
And people don't like it because of the package. It's almost like, I'm gonna make a wild comparison, a little bit, and I have to do it, but it's almost like they don't accept the package it comes with. For rap, a light-skinned Canadian Jew, corny one who hasn't really
can't dress because it hasn't also
who apparently, and that one is subjective, but again, some people might like it.
Not within the context of hip hop. Men and
there's a way to dress in hip hop.
I'm not saying there's a way to dress in hip hop, but everybody has had their own lane of things, and even if it didn't make sense for other people, it still made sense for a group. Everybody has been amazed at the fact that Drake. No, I've never seen somebody say, "Oh my God, Drake's outfit is fire." I've never seen it. You know what I mean? Everybody else has had their own people be like, "Oh yeah, this." I've never heard that.
The way that she dressed. Anyway, so anyways, the braids. Is it the braids? Sorry, I'm sorry. You see what I mean? What Kendrick did? I'm sorry, but to have this guy of this profile dominate their hip hop industry, it's like, who the fuck is this nigga?
And
like,
he's not from the state. And that's really like, he's from up north. They're like, no,
Toronto Crody. Like he sick. Like they're mad. So and Drake, for him, on the flip side, he has no reason to actually be mad. He's there. Objective winner. He's rich, sure. He's got the notches on his belt. He's fucked, I guess, every woman he's wanna fuck. Like,
yeah.
like
I have big questions about that.
I don't the Jets, like he doesn't have to, like he's on the sold out tour. He's the one that people like. He's got the number ones. He's like,
yeah, people plays hits everywhere. Like I don't, you know,
for him, he doesn't have as much to be angry about, and like. He has a lot more to lose if he says some shit that is, you know, that his sponsors start dropping him. You know what I mean? Like, Kendrick is able to be more open and honest in a way that Drake cannot at this moment. Drake is still trying to, he says that, you know, Kendrick is tailor-made, like, under the Swifties. But I say that Drake has a lot of white counterparts that he answers to, and that he is watching his mouth for, and his money. He takes care of a whole lot of people. If you look at Drake, his lifestyle is extremely expensive. Insane. He cannot afford to lose money right now because he takes care of literally almost everybody on his dad's side. Like that man spends, so he's got to keep up these hits, the hits like a factory, like Jay said. So I think that's why we see much more emotion and anger from Kendrick, but I think that he may have riled up Light Skin Aubrey a little bit. He may have
there's a video that people posted of Drake at a concert, and he was just screaming the lyrics, and people were like, this is
I think it's starting to be, especially now that so let's talk about this allegation, right? So people are saying that there was the mole, but they're also saying that it's a Uno reverse that Drake did. That he knows about the mole, and he has fed Kendrick this information, because a lot of the stuff was actually making Rick Ross look bad in that photo. It was just some sleeping pills as well. It didn't, nothing that made him directly look bad. And he knew, like, he baited Kendrick to have him release all his stuff, and then he's gonna hit with. But again, I don't think it matters if Kendrick releases everything he's recorded. He can record again. Like,
I feel like Kendrick is in his living room, and I feel like he could just hop in the booth and just record something real quick and just drop it. And I mean,
what? And
listen,
so I'll see. Like, let me see. There's some tweets. How do I zoom into this? Not me acting like an old person. How do I zoom into that?
I'm just.
Y'all are watching Family Matters video, but you're not actually seeing what's happening. There's a reason Drake posted the photo of the red button that's not pushed yet. This was a setup, and Kendrick fell for the trap. And in this video, this man actually crossed the GKMC van, has Whitney's diamond, has Pharrell and Tupac's jewelry, is depicting OVO rap behind the shit. So, okay, that too in the video I saw. So one of the reasons I did believe that maybe Drake is baiting is because in the video of Family Matters, there's a part where some guy is standing in front, and you can see the image of the girl that everybody's claiming is Drake's daughter, like on the wall, like, find this girl. So I'm like, it really does look like the little girl that they've been posting. So I'm like, wait, did he know this was about to happen?
Listen, here's the thing, right? Even if they planted this, here's what I'm gonna say. For whatever it is that they're both about to drop, this has been, and this is the biggest rollout and one of the best way to do a rollout. I mean, Drake don't need to capitalize on it, but I mean, it would be nice. Like, if somebody does something.
But he said he was gonna take a break after this tour, but now people are using this.
This is a great rollout, bro. It is a great rollout. It's a great rollout. Listen, it's just beautiful.
So yeah, like Ebro had tweeted Drake emptied the clip too. 3 beats getting at Kenny's personal inconsistencies and bidding his lady. Unsubstantiated claim thus far, but he got at him.
Listen,
but
I
he said,
just can't wait to see what Drake is gonna drop. Pretty much, that's for me. It's in his court now because Kendrick has dropped. Now I'm like,
Kenny
okay,
back within minutes, writing letters to the family. The claim of an 11-year-old daughter unproven but entertaining. The pedo allegations, the toxic addiction issues. Kenny.
My only thing is like, yeah, I'm waiting to see what Drake is gonna drop because it's really his turn now. It's really like so
if this is a troll, if y'all are saying, like a lot of Drake fans are saying, then let Drake answer. Let me see what he was waiting.
I want to see Drake out. Yeah.
And
I just want to see.
Regardless of how y'all feel, I'm highly entertained.
I am so entertained. It is great.
Are you?
We haven't had a beef of this quality in a while.
Ever. They saying this is bigger. This was
Hmm.
some guy that was tweeting. He's like, I lived through Jay-Z and Nas, and this is bigger. And I was like, damn.
Is it bigger because we now
Because
have
of how-
social media?
Yeah,
and
it's global. Everybody's
Exactly.
reacting at the same time, so of course it's gonna be bigger. I'm sure at the time, Nas and Jay-Z was huge. Both those tracks are incredibly disrespectful. But this is big. Drake and Kendrick, like these two goats going at it.
Yeah, and I know that Drake fans will be like, Kendrick's not a goat. Shut up.
Kendrick, who's like, that's a lie.
No, like
They say
Twitter,
Kendrick's not a goat?
Drake Twitter is insane. Because I was like, you know what? Let me look at what people are saying. Literally, just not on either side. I was just looking at everything, and I was just like, oh, so y'all are just pretending to not read or not hear what Kendrick is saying.
I saw delusion from both sides.
I was just no.
Everybody's
I'm not saying Kendrick's side is not delusional.
Yeah.
I'm just saying some of the stuff. I was just like, yeah, I need to.
everybody.
Hi,
None of these niggas is paying you.
Merci. Thank you.
But and I'm gonna say something controversial to end off this video. You see Jermaine? He's riding his bike somewhere. He's eating a croissant or something. Like he's living his best. But if we want to talk about rappers, let's talk about rap. Pure rap. J. Cole could have given Kendrick a run for his money. If J. Cole had decided to stay in
J.
rap,
Cole Kendrick would have been more interesting in my book.
in rap wars, like
In my
J.
book.
Cole is acting like I'm too good for that.
I don't need Drake to be in beefs.
Okay, cool.
I need him to
Like
drop
you just
bangers.
need to make hits,
Make
bro.
bangers.
Like,
I don't care.
but-
I don't want to hear you
But
like
at
that.
some point too,
Just make
when people
bangers.
keep coming for you, I understand him. It's
No,
like,
for sure.
like people are just gonna keep taking shots. And I'm not gonna say anything. Like what the
100%,
fuck? Like
100%.
I'm not no pussy too. Like, but so, anyways, Cole. My thing is, even if we even talk about first person shooter, decent song. J. Cole is the verse that people listen. Like J. Cole killed Drake. Drake was so mad he had to go and record another little outro to that song because Cole ate him on his own song, which Cole has done before. But anyways, I digress. Again, the Drake people are gonna come for me. I know this, but if I'm just saying, if Cole had stayed, because
like I said, I don't need it to be a Kendrick Drake. And it's just me personally with my own music taste. Drake for me is a pop star. Yes, he's a rapper and he raps, but he's a pop star. He got to that point in his career where it's like, you make bangers now. Yes, you rap, but you make bangers now. Go make bangers. And then but
he's a hip hop artist at his core.
I know, but like again, that's a
But
me
you're like,
personally thing. Kendrick Cole would have been fire. I need the lyricism to hit a sphere to which I'm like, oh my god, I want to go into the lyric. That's what I want. And I feel like a lot of people that like rap beefs, non-mainstream necessarily. A lot of people like going into the, oh my god, like that sentence and this said that, going into Genius and being like, this is a reference to this is a reference to that. It's cool. I just think Kendrick is way better at it than Drake. I'm not saying that Drake is not great. I'm just saying Kendrick is way better at it.
When I was going through his entendres, I'm like, okay, he definitely. I mean, I gotta say it to y'all. I mean, the ghostwriters were writing, but I'm sure he wrote a couple. I'm sorry. It's just jokes, y'all. It's just jokes.
Funny.
Everybody. I don't believe that there's one rapper on earth who hasn't had a little help with their lines. That's me.
That's just artists.
I was gonna say maybe Jay-Z, but even him, because he alleges that. I mean, hey, I'm not trying to get.
He alleges that he writes in his head. There's people,
Well,
there's people that say
no,
that. There's people that do that.
He doesn't write. He just goes in the booth and he spits.
Yeah, that's
which I've seen videos of him do.
No, there's people that do that.
But I'm sure he's even hit like when he's editing verses. Like somebody has said like, listen, this artist like you're not gonna. It's artistry. People sometimes have an idea you didn't see it that way. Like oh shit, like that fits better. Like I'm just like whatever. But anyways, I would have loved to see Cole. But I still. You know, years ago we were talking about this Cole and Kendrick joint album was almost close to happening. I still want to see that happen. I don't see it happening now because I see that Kendrick thinks he's better than everybody. That's fine. But, like, it would have been nice to have, in my opinion.
But yeah, I mean...
I think Cole gonna go back to Drake's
yeah,
side.
I'm just saying.
I also think Future and Drake gonna make up. Because that's the one that hurt Drake for real. He was in his feelings about Future. It was like, he was like, damn, like, one of the lines where he's like, yo, we didn't really have beef for real. Like, you let these niggas get to you. It was like, boo, babe. Bro.
True, but then everybody in this should be like, I don't really like Drake. Like that. People really openly don't like him. That's so sad. In a way, that's kind of sad.
It is sad. It's the mob mentality.
These are your co-workers. Like these are your, I guess, your colleagues in a way. Like you're in the same, in the same lane, and it's like, wait, who do you think Tory would have been for? Do you think he'd have been like in Canada or like?
Don't Tory and Drake have beef?
I think so.
Oh no,
wait.
Well, Drake was literally defending him.
I don't remember, but that's what I'm saying.
The Meg thing on tour, he said F Meg or something. I'm not gonna get into all that. So he said free Tory, so I guess him and Tory are cool.
I don't know, but
I think Tory would have been for Drake. I think he was sticking with the home team.
Tory in a beef would have been great though.
Tory got bars, but it's so easy to because he doesn't have the machine behind him. He doesn't have the power. He doesn't have the hits. He doesn't have the height.
Facts. But with all of that you said that he doesn't have, the heights that he managed to reach, pretty dope.
I mean, before
whatever.
He did that. But anyways, that's that's our little resume. What do y'all think? Whose team y'all on? Like, yo, did a new track drop while you guys were watching this? I don't know.
Please be objective.
Maybe be objective. Maybe. You know, like we can say, but we can give both of them their points, what they're good at, what they're not good at.
Sure.
All of
still prefer Kendrick though musically.
That's her.
Love Drake though.
And me again. I don't have a preference here. And like I listen to Kendrick's musicality I like more. I like Drake's songs better in a lot of like replay value, but Kendrick's music, like artistry, the songs that I study the music in, the instrumentation, like what did he do? That's Kendrick. So I don't really have I don't care. Just get in the ring and fight. I don't care. Follow us though. Our thingies are right here, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Our next video, we're gonna talk about this other viral thing that's been taking the internet. Baby Reindeer is still #1 on Netflix, so you know we're gonna talk about that.
It's gonna be #1 for a while, because that's just crazy.
We talking about that next video, because that's.
But we may do some music if anything crazy like that happens again, because you know.
For sure, it's fun, you know. All right, guys. See you next time.